All right, I made it first video? Total flop, epic fail. I get it, maybe nobody cares about US demographic stats. But hey, I'm experimenting here, trying to create fun videos about random facts from around the world to see what sticks. So let's move on, here comes second video. Now we're diving into something truly wild, tipping culture in the US. It's crazy. Seriously, even as someone who doesn't live in America like me, I can confidently say that American tipping culture is absolutely next level. Let's get it. Let's start with the basics. In the US, tipping at restaurants is typically between 15% and 20% of your bill. Yep, you heard that right, 15 to 20%. For me, that's wild. Imagine finishing a nice meal, getting the check, and realizing you've got to tack on an extra fifth of your bill just to keep the peace. But here's where things get crazier. Did you know there was a case where a pizza delivery guy actually stabbed the customer 14 times because he thought the $2 tip they gave him was too low? Yeah, 14 times over $2. That's the kind of thing that makes you question everything. And it doesn't stop there nowadays, even kiosks are asking for tips. You grab a coffee or order some takeout, and bam, the screen's asking you to choose 15%, 20%, or maybe 25%. Like, is there a no tip button? Oh, and it gets better. One restaurant even added a 3% surcharge to customers' bills to bridge the wage gap between servers and kitchen staff. They didn't even warn customers beforehand, which, as you can imagine, didn't go over too well. So how did tipping culture in the US get this intense? Let's break it down. Contrary to what you might think, tipping in the US didn't start as a simple thank you for great service. It actually arrived in the late 19th century, when wealthy Americans brought the custom back from Europe. At first, it wasn't popular at all. Workers hated it, arguing, why should customers pay us instead of our employers? Some states even passed laws banning tips, but those didn't last long. Before anyone knew it, tipping was everywhere. The main reason tipping became so widespread? Economics. Employers realized they could pay workers less and let tips make up the difference. And today, the federal minimum wage for tipped workers is still just $2.13 an hour. Yes, really. If workers' tips don't add up to the standard minimum wage of $7.25, employers are supposed to cover the gap. But in reality, many workers rely entirely on tips to survive, and employers save a ton on labor costs. Tipping has also become more than just a gesture of gratitude, it's now a social expectation. Not tipping can make you seem rude or disrespectful, even if the service wasn't great. But here's the kicker, tipping doesn't always align with service quality. Sometimes it's based on the customer's mood, the server's appearance, or just dumb luck. A survey by Bankrate found that 59% of Americans have a negative view of tipping culture, and 30% believe it's completely out of control. Another survey revealed that 72% of people feel like they're expected to tip in more situations now than 5 years ago, and 66% said tipping feels burdensome. So, my question to you, my American viewers, what do you think about tipping culture? Is it fair? Is it exhausting? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this video or found it relatable, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's see how far this one goes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.